Hey mambo Italiano. Hey mambo Agociano. God damn it. How do I remove this? Well, if you're joining us right now, we're going to have an amazing day because we have elections to cover. Javier Becerra is going to hopefully lose. Katie Porter is going to hopefully lose. There's a whole day. We have a whole day today, guys, gals, non-gendered folks, gender neutral. It's all good. You can be, what the I want to, son of a bitch. Okay. Well, we are live from New York. It's Saturday night. There's no one watching yet. It doesn't matter. That's what the whole point of the first part is. Let's see here. Okay, let me make a reel. Hey, we're going live on my YouTube, Substack, and Twitch. We're live right now, and we're going to be discussing We're going live right now on Twitch, YouTube, and Substack. Please join us over there because we got flagged last time by Instagram. Yeah, that's it. Today we're going to be prank calling. Today on my live, we are going to be prank calling the Heritage Foundation. So be sure to join us on YouTube, Substack, or Twitch to get the full experience. Be sure to click the link in my bio and you'll see us there. Today we're going to be prank calling. Today on my live, we are going to be prank calling the Heritage Substack. I think we're going to Twitch to get the full experience. Be sure to click the link in my Be sure to click my live. We are going to be prank calling. Okay, well, right now it's slow, but we're building an audience, so that's how it works. Hopefully, it doesn't take as long as live now on YouTube, Twitch. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for hopping in. Sorry, we're just putting a video out to let everybody know we're alive. We're going to be prank calling the Heritage Foundation right now. Okay. So, just give me a second here. We just had to put this little reel together. If you're in the chat, say hello, please. Just so we know we're not alone in our endeavor of making fun of fascists. Hey, Chicago Bish. It's me and you again. We're dancing. Yeah, I'm putting out a reel right now because we got to try and get everybody over to we need to try and get everybody over here because this is better. It's so much more fun. It's so much more better over here. Let's see here. Okay, good. So that's taken care of. All right, now I got to get going. The norovirus has messed you up. Oh, that sucks. What's the norovirus? It's not hantavirus, right? Let's see here live. go live with stream. I'm going live with, let's see here, Prank Calling Heritage Foundation and election coverage. Okay, let's get this thing going here. Server. We're gonna go live on Substack now. Oh, like a stomach bug? That's bullshit. I hate stomach bugs. They're my least favorite. The worst one I ever had was when I was on the Red Line, and it was the worst day of my life afterwards. I was on the Red Line and I just like knew I was gonna get sick. And it happened. It was not fun. Okay, we're live on Substack. We're gonna get on Instagram right now. Let's see here. Oh, it's good. We're just warming up. Oh no, Chicago Bish. No. Say it ain't so. That's bad. It's always horrible when you're let's see here. Ugh. I'm trying to the Red Line plus sick is no good. Yeah, no, it's the worst. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. I hate being sick on public transportation. I love public transportation, but I hate being sick on it. It's a duality of badness. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm trying to look at my I'm trying to keep an eye on what I got going on at the time I got it going on. Oh, good. Okay. I'm really catching up on my reading, though. That's good. What are you reading right now? Let's see here. Okay. I'm hoping to get back to work tomorrow. Do what you got to do. Thank you. Oh, I read that book. It's a good book. Oh, we're one follower away from 50. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I start out these stupid things, I'm always like disorganized because I find it harder to get started than it is to get started than it is to I'd suggest Bel Canto. It's amazing. I will do that. Yeah, no, the 11/22/63 was good though. I did like it. It was kind of one of those books that made me think that there's no hope in the world, but you know, it is what it is. Oh wait, I got to do one more thing. It's so hard, freaking. Let's see here. Oh, King Book, Bel Canto. I wasn't on the end. Yeah, I didn't watch the James Franco miniseries because he's a creep, but I don't know. It was kind of a difficult thing to do. It seemed like it was kind of a difficult thing to try to do. The book itself is like pretty ambitious. If you're just joining us now, say hello. If you don't, then you're just hurting our feelings. It's horrible. I'm gonna go live on Instagram first. Maybe we can try see here, join on Twitch, twitch.tv. TV backslash. Democrat consultant. That's the name. Yeah, I know. It's so much easier if everybody's on Twitch. I wish more people thought like you because you're like ahead of the game. Well, don't worry, Chicago Bish. We're getting everybody here. We're gonna get everybody here. I just have to get the stupid thing linked up. But right now I'm here. That's all I know. So you had to take off work because the norovirus was so bad? That sucks. Oh. All right, we're good to go now. Finally. We're going to be prank calling members of Congress. If you want to join us, we're going to be doing Heritage Foundation today. Yesterday, we did the Pride prank phone calls. At some point, I'll try to dip. You'll try to rejoin, though. That's cool. I appreciate you. We're going to be doing some prank calls today. Join us in the link below so you can see our screen and you can call them too or send them emails. We're doing like little themed trolls of America's worst people. Yesterday we got Lindsey Graham on the phone. That was pretty fun. Well, we didn't get him on the phone. We convinced his staff that what did we do? We convinced his staff that I was Lindsey Graham and they were going to pick me up at a Quiznos in Washington, D.C. Didn't end up doing it, unfortunately, but it would have been funny if they did. Let's see here. I got to get to X. So if you're in Instagram, say hello to everybody. Say hi, chat. We're going to be calling the Heritage Foundation. We'll be calling some other horrible people too. Let me get my screen up, though. We're going to take a look at the news. We got a couple elections to cover. Yes, Quiznos and DuPont Circle. That's where we said that we were, Chicago Bish. If you're not on Twitch, what are you doing with your life? Go to Twitch. I got a doctor's appointment in an hour. I'd call too. Haha. You got Lindsey Graham yesterday? Fuck yeah, LOL. Yes, I did get Lindsey Graham yesterday. Chance, if you're not on our Twitch, though, it's great because then we send emails and leave comments together. It's very fun. It's like a Pilates class, except we're fighting fascism, which is cool. Plus, I don't get flagged by the algorithms on Twitch and Substack and YouTube. It's funny because where I have all of my followers, those are platforms that hate me. But for whatever reason, I managed to stay away from trouble on these other platforms. Let's see here. We are live, folks. Happy Pride. Twitch.tv/Democrat consultant. So, yeah, if you have any requests, hi, Chicago Bish is the best. Hi, chat. She said hi. You guys could be on Twitch right now with us, looking at a full screen, watching the news. We're going to be looking at polling. We're going to be making some prank phone calls. Let's see here. Cosplaying working class who wears it as a Halloween costume. That had been him. Okay, yeah. We're not going to do the I met with Graham Plattner today. Wow. Chuck Schumer's coming out with some nice things about Graham Plattner. That's strange. Not exactly what you'd expect. Let's see here. Tom Steyer. Today's election day. Are we going to get a billionaire class trader? I hope so. Let's call the Heritage Foundations, though. If you're looking at us on Instagram, be sure to share this live. I want to see Chicago Bish. Should we try and go live on TikTok too? I think that might be fun. Let's see how many things we can go live on. If you're joining our Instagram right now, live, be sure to be sure to like it. Ideally, we can I don't want to watch a day trader on TikTok live. Go live. Here we go. If you guys have any specific requests for who we should be prank calling, we are going to be doing the Heritage Foundation at some point. But you got to join us on Twitch or on YouTube or on Substack. Literally anywhere that I can't get banned, because I've already almost gotten banned so many freaking times on Instagram and TikTok. But it's fine. I'll just keep doing it until people understand that that's the only way to go. So let me see what we're dealing with here. I'm not on TikTok. Do they always curtail your lives? Yeah, they always curtail. TikTok always bans my lives. They limit my visibility 3 minutes in, because I always end up saying something like, fuck Larry Ellison, or Larry Ellison's a sociopath with horrible plastic surgery. Like, I always destroy him. Like, it's really bad. It's not good at all. The Ellison family hates me. I want to try and get their office phone number. Who would be the biggest like fish? I'm like thinking about this like Captain Ahab. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think about who the ops are. Who's the final boss of prank phone calls? Obviously, like, I don't know. I feel like President Trump is kind of I don't know. It's like calling your grandpa and like making fun of him. Like, dude, that he's freaking like, he's not well. You know what I mean? That's the problem with where we're at as a country right now. It's gotten to the point where we have gotten the quality of our villains has gotten so bad, so boring. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah. So if you're just joining us now, join us on somewhere else. Tell us how did you get? God bless America, dude. I swear to God, every reel I see is a podcast. Everything is just podcast. Everything is just downstream of podcasting. Yeah, no, they're always trying to curtail me on TikTok and Instagram. But for whatever reason, hey, love Sunflower Lily. Hi, Manny J. Arzan Puli. I'm just saying hi to everybody I see. Just cause. All right, I'm almost set up here. Go live now. Skip. Allow. Done. Open system settings. All right, I guess we're going live on TikTok too, but we're gonna see how it goes. Zetro. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the news while I figure out how to go live. Ayo, we'll be here till I leave for the doctor kick some brutal ass, brother. Regular person 0734. Oh, I know who that is. What's up, dude? Regular person, aka Chance. Say what's up to Chicago Bish. We got the OGs in the chats. The first and best. Only the coolest. Pinning this reply right here, because I love when people come from Instagram to Twitch, because I hate Mark Zuckerberg. But yeah, let's take a look here. So I don't even know why I look at legacy media anymore. It's almost always disappointing. So because they never cover anything that's actually happening. I typically jump around between Threads and Twitter. Substack's got obviously some good people, but one person I go to, I usually go to Courier Newsroom. They usually have some good up-to-date articles and stuff. So let's see what they put out today. Let's see here. Courier team is growing. What? Oh, that was from February 11th. I don't think I could be a Courier reporter. They do like serious stuff. GOP Senate candidate gets flamed for an AI yassified photo online. What? Who is this and who are we going to prank call? Go Bears, baby. What's up? Chi-Town all day. Go Bears. Let's go. Wait, hang on a second. Look at that. Look at that right there. Boom. First thing I ever made in home economics class. Bears pillow. Let's go. Had it for 24 years. It's a beaut. Still smells. I don't worry. I wash it regularly. I wash it. It's a treasured possession of mine. Go Bears. I would love yeah, that's a beauty. That pillow's good. I want to start knitting again. I think that would be fun. Or home economics. What was I doing? I don't remember. Hey, if you're in a chat where you can like it, please like it. You know, we have Twitch affiliate, but the economy's shit. So if you're just in chat, just say hello. That's awesome. If you're in YouTube chat, say hello. You know, we're just we're chipping away at this. You know, I got fired from my job, and now I'm gonna be a full-time comedian because I've been doing comedy for 13 years. I've been quitting, or you know, I tried to rock climb, and I didn't try to do it professionally, but I've had a lot of hobbies. But the only thing that I've done like professionally and been very good at is sales and comedy. And I've been doing comedy longer than I've been doing sales. And I recently got let go from my sales job because of some shady illegality. But I'm using that as an excuse to do what I was meant to, which is make fun of fascists. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Click that link down there, though, so you can join the full experience. I'm going to be making fun of Mike Rogers here in a second. So, I'm going to look at Chris right now, my editor. Chris, this is a good part to start the YouTube video because we're going to be starting a conversation about the Michigan primary really quickly. So, Chris, GOP Senate candidate gets flamed for an AI yassified photo online from Courier. They're doing great reporting, independent reporting. They've been covering all sorts of good shit. I'm pretty sure the owner of Courier is or she like started it. Her name is Tara McGowan or something. And she was interviewing candidates in Iowa. I saw a video about it. So if you're in Iowa and you need to know about the candidates, I think there are primaries today. So GOP senator candidate flamed for AI photo. GOP rep and MI Senate candidate Mike Rogers. Actual photo from the campaign trail. Left. Right. Photo put out by staffer. Holy shit. Look at this guy. We went from divorced dad over here on the left to RFK Jr. if he had a baby with John Belushi. Jim Belushi. That's a Jim Belushi bod. Woo! Mallory McMorrow came out with a very Mallory McMorrow response, which was gender affirming care. Yeah, no, I think you can just, I don't really think that it has anything to do. Like, okay, it's just really just an insecure guy who feels bad about the way he looks. Can a Republican win in California? My fingers are crossed, but I'm not thinking it can happen. I made Raiders pillowcases once for Christmas and everything. LOL. Cool. Can a Republican win in California? I'm not thinking it can happen. I hope that a Republican, I mean, what are you asking if a Republican can win in California? It's happened before. Are you serious? Non-refundable 3027? Why don't you put that in the super chat? You should super chat that so that I can be sure to see it. Yes, Californians have won. Have you ever heard of Ronald Reagan? He ruined this country. California Republican. Original photo. Altered photo. Wow, Mike Rogers, dude. They even gave his forearms a little bump. Look at this. This is the guy, this guy on the top here. This Mike Rogers here is like a guy who spends a lot of time alone at home, who you know, he's got a preferred favor of frozen pizza, you know? And then the other Mike Rogers down here is dude, Mike, man, what is this Look at this Mike Rogers down here. AI altered Mike Rogers. This is kind of sad, bro. I think that you could be doing a lot better than whatever staffer made this. What a drip, dude. God, that's the thing about Republicans. They're all such fucking pussies. Like, and I don't mean that in a gendered way. I just mean it in like they're just like dweebs. They're all nerds. Like, they're all fucking nerds. They're the worst. They're just dorks. Like, they're never cool. They're just dorks. I hate them. Like, they never have anything interesting to say or do. They do the least interesting thing you can possibly imagine. It's always like, I'm like really insecure. And then they just do the insecure thing that sorry, I'm looking at the TikTok live here. Follower goal. I don't want to do that. How do I get rid of this shit? If anybody knows how to do any of this stuff, goal. Let's see here. I don't want a follower goal. There we go. All right, sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to do this while I'm doing it. I know it's bad. I'm the worst. I'm the worst streamer. I'm trying to go live. Okay. All right. I'm live now, okay? I'm live everywhere I need to be live. Oof, man. Okay. Okay, so Courier's good for news. Okay. Thank you everybody for bearing with me. I'm live. What did he just want to get rid of? Wait. Oh, here we go. Preferred flavor of frozen pizza. Yeah, no, Mike Rogers has the oh yeah, Project 2026 was to get rid of adult content. Hey, what's up, TikTok? Say hi in the chat. I'm doing comedy full time, making fun of the worst people in America. We're going to the Heritage Foundation. We're going to make some phone calls right now. If you want the full experience, go to Twitch, because they don't moderate what I say. Okay, so now we're looking at the Heritage Foundation website. Look at this stupid ass group of people, man. They're the worst. Absolute worst. Chris, this is from editor. Chris, we're doing the Heritage Foundation segment right now. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, the Heritage Foundation are the worst people. Rediscover our foundation. Shape what comes next. America 250 by the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is evil. They are doing, I think, regular person, did you say that they were doing a thing to get rid of adult entertainment among many other things? I stood outside the Heritage Foundation one time and made fun of them. It was pretty funny, I think. I actually got in through a metal detector. Oh, I know this guy. Gotta retweet that. What's up? Jordan Yule's a great content creator and a great journalist. So, you know, we're doing a gift goal on TikTok, because I just became a full-time comedian, and I need to learn how to pay my rent by doing comedy, which means I have to ask people for support, and I hate that. So yeah, let's go to Kevin Roberts of the Heritage Foundation. Oh, wait, he's probably on okay. I'm learning, people. I'm learning, all right? You're all here learning with me. This is who we're going to be prank calling today. The key about prank calling is you got to know your target, okay? So Kevin Roberts, Heritage Foundation, is one of the worst people. Here he is shaking hands with Donald Trump. Let's go with the latest. What do we got? Make it to Gainesville. They could push to start year one. Oh, well, that's a football thing. Okay, here we go. Alarming comments from Heritage Foundation. What's up, JP? We're making fun of fascists today. If you're on TikTok, be sure to join me on Twitch, because I'm probably gonna get banned again from TikTok. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna watch.
For those of you who've been rocking with our channel now for several years, actually since I've been doing these videos, you might recall me doing.
Right, here we go. This is the scary stuff. I think I need to go to
implement Project 2025 in this first year plus of his second term.
Well, thanks for that question, because since 1980, Heritage has been offering presidential transition projects, which we generally call Mandate for Leadership. What's known as Project 2025 was done on such a scale that we proposed 1,913 recommendations.
This dude is adult braces coded. Like, I guarantee he has an orthodontist. Take a look at the bottom half of his teeth. He's one of the worst people. Look at this. He's going to have adult braces next year. I'm calling it.
1,055 as we sit here have been implemented. The person who deserves credit for that is one Donald J. Trump.
The person who deserves credit for that is one Donald J. Trump.
If we played a role through our policy scholarship, through message testing and helping to craft public opinion upstream of electoral politics, that's great. Heritage exists not to take credit, but to offer great ideas.
Yeah, great ideas that would make all of our lives a Handmaid's Tale. Kevin Roberts, very bad person. Let's Roberts, let's figure out what Kevin's deal is. Heritage Foundation. Let's go to his wiki. Oh, look at him. Why are all these guys bald? Him and Mr. Wonderful. Serves as the chief executive officer of the Texas Public Policy Foundation. Looks like a douchebag. Continue to lead policy research efforts on many issues. If you're at TikTok, make sure to share this live with your friends. Make sure to, oh, yep, here we go. Got banned from TikTok Live. I've already got a warning from TikTok Live, people. So if you're on TikTok, you're going to need to go to Twitch or Substack. Go to Twitch if you love me. If you love me, go to Substack. Instagram's okay. Substack, Instagram. What's up? All right, so we're looking at Kevin Roberts. Let's see here. This is the guy who's in charge of the Heritage Foundation. It looks like he's grateful for the opportunity to lead the Heritage Foundation and honored the board selected me as its next president. As a solutions factory. Solutions for who, Kevin? Oh, restoring affordability from the bottom up. Let's take a look at this baloney. Let's see. Wow. There's a picture of a house. All affordability is local. Democrats and too many establishment Republicans think they can create jobs, economic growth, and opportunity. Thanks for the likes, Cab. Federal rules drive up costs in every sector of our economy. See, the reason why the Heritage Foundation guy is wrong about this on many levels is because he is, well, first of all, he's a sociopath. So he's very good at lying. He's okay with lying. He pretty much has no moral scruples as long as it means that him and his friends make more money. And it doesn't really matter who it harms. So what we're about to read here is a 3-minute read. and it's likely going to be containing all sorts of points from the Reagan administration mixed with some Christian nationalism. And yeah, it's going to be miserable. As the Trump administration and congressional Republicans work to lower Americans' cost of living this year, big tech and banks want, whatever high prices pinch consumers, lawmakers huddle up in K Street lobbyists to see what big business, big tech, and big banks want. So what we see here is basically this 3 minutes of baloney that this guy wrote from the Heritage Foundation, and he is doing what the Republicans do, which is they take populist talking points and they repurpose them. I bet you Bernie wouldn't disagree with this first part here. Democrats and too many establishment Republicans still think they can create jobs, economic growth, and opportunities. Whenever high prices pinch consumers, lawmakers huddle up in K Street lobbyists. Like Bernie Sanders hates big tech, big business, and big banks. Kevin Roberts loves big business and big banks. His entire policy agenda is rooted in that. So it was Trump who sunk Starmer's Chagos surrender. These guys are so boring. Request an interview. What if we request an interview? TV. Should we request an interview with yeah, let's do it. Let's see here. We should request an interview. I like that a lot. My name. What's a good name for me for Heritage Foundation? Cecil Bartholomew. You can go do this too at the Heritage Foundation. Go to their website and request an interview with Kevin Roberts. Bartholomew Hiddleston. Copy, paste, and we'll put the email address as what should the email be? Ronnie Reagan rocked me. Ronnie Reagan rules at sbcglobal.net. Can everybody see my screen? Because this is gold, what I'm doing here. I want to see if we can get this done here. Phone number. Oof, I don't like giving my phone number out. I got to run. Take it easy. Thank you, Chance. I appreciate you. Good luck at the doctor. We're rooting for you. We need a phone number here, people. Hang on a second. I think, does anybody have a phone number we should call? Let me set up a phone number with Google Voice. It's going to take a minute, but it'll be worth it if we can get an interview with the Heritage Foundation. Google Voice. Cecil Bartholomew Hiddleston. Let's see here. If you're on TikTok and you're watching this live, we're going to call the head of the Heritage Foundation. I got 2 likes, no gifts, no new followers, and 45 viewers. What is going on? Thank you for the follow. If you're on Instagrams, join us elsewhere. TikTok's restricting my live, so it's hard. It's hard out here. Are you still with me, Chicago Bish? You're OG, so you have to stay. Yes, then you can use that number for your other pranks. Bye, regular. That's a good idea. Chicago Bish is my general. She's the sergeant. She's the general of this army. If you're not on my Twitch or on my Twitch, you should join the Twitch. It's the most fun. But she's because they didn't like you prank calling Lindsay. No, they did not like it. That's why I'm calling the Heritage Foundation guy. I need to get a phone number though that I can have him call me at. Otherwise, this whole thing is going to be bust because I'm also going to I'm also going to call him from this number and say that I requested an interview. We're playing 4D chess right now, people. Marxist, thank you for following me. Be sure to like the chat and share it. And thank you for the heart. We're one step closer to our goal of being a comedian full time. I appreciate you. Pick a different number. Let's see here. Alexandria. That'll work. Okay. Sorry, I've never done this before, but apparently it works. I was Googling this last night because we had so much fun prank calling. No. Dude, I don't know why, but every time I try and join a new app, it always wants me to select. I don't want to select contents, bro. I have to verify my identity. 1 second, everybody. I'm sorry. I know that I'm not prepared like I should be to make prank phone calls, but what can you do? What can you do? Hey, Kim. How you doing? I'm a full-time comedian now. Remember me? I can't. We're going to be prank calling members of the Heritage Foundation. Okay, start making money with Google. I don't want to make money with Google. I just want to. Can I just not? Dude, Google is out of control, bro. I don't need all of this shit. I just need a new phone number. Can I just have a new phone number, please? Settings. All right, sorry everybody. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it, everybody. I got it. Okay, I got it. I got the phone number. Okay, now I got a phone number. Okay, time to start making some prank phone calls because I didn't want to get in trouble for Congress, for calling Congress yesterday and actually getting through to somebody and them possibly thinking that I was. Okay, so the phone number we are going to put in question is, let's see here. Should try prank calling the Federal Reserve Bank and ask as Lindsay for a loan while drunk. That's not a bad idea, actually. I could actually do some Lindsey Graham. I could call pretending to be oh, that's a good idea. I can pretend to call and be Lindsey Graham to other offices. What's up, Spazzy Smurf? Who do we got in our main chat? You might need a phone number in each locale. I know, Chicago Bish. I know. I might need a new phone number in each locale. Okay. Let me see here. So the number is and I'll give a phone. I don't want to give. Okay. Media affiliation. Newsmax, right? That's a good one. Does anybody know what Newsmax is? Newsmax, subject of interview, Reagan's legacy in a post-NAFTA world. Hello, Mr. Roberts. I am a great admirer of your work and have even cited it on many occasions at my supper club. I have been commissioned by Newsmax by Andrew Acosta, who, if you don't know who Andrew Acosta is at Newsmax, by Andrew Acosta at Newsmax to start a new series called the Future of American Thought. We are currently filming a pilot episode that highlights how we can bring Reaganomics, Reagan's legacy, into the 21st century. I would love to interview you for the show. If you're joining on Instagram right now, you should be joining us on Twitch, because I'm writing a love letter to the CEO of the Heritage Foundation. Thank you, Chicago Bish. If you're in the TikTok live, join us on Twitch or Substack so I don't get banned. Join us on Twitch, for God's sakes. It's in the link in the Instagram chat. If you're not on Twitch, you're not doing it right. Don't let the Ellisons ruin our day. Okay, perfect. So we contacted the head of the Heritage Foundation for an interview request, which means we are laying the groundwork for a very nice prank call we're going to get here. We got 3. Okay, cool. So let's see what we got. All right, now we need to do a thing here where we are going to call the Heritage Foundation. Heritage Foundation. Foundation. Kevin Roberts office number. Should we talk to him like Conor McGregor? You can contact the organization's main headquarters, Washington, D.C., membership office, media relations. Ooh, who should we call? Media relations? Or should we call their main office? What should we do, everybody? Bish, you got to make the call. Chicago Bish. Should we call their main office or media relations? I got 1 vote for media relations, Heritage Foundation prank phone call. I want to get far here. I want to do what I did with Lindsey Graham, but I want to get further. I want to get as far as I can. I want to infiltrate the Heritage Foundation with my voice. So I have to figure out who the general general inquiries is too general. That's an email too. I feel like media relations would be good. Who should I be calling? Oh no, I'll just be Cecil Bartholomew. Okay. So what does Cecil Bartholomew sound like? I asked them about something so fucked. They won't be for it. Yeah, I should. Okay. Cecil Bartholomew is my character. I'm calling media relations because I got a thing on Newsmax. For those of you just joining, we're about to prank call the Heritage Foundation. I'm trying to get my what do they call it in spying? They call it a legend. It's like your background story. Let me see here. Ask him something. Oh, Dr. Kruger, what's up? Oh, we need to lower the allowable working age to 3 years old. That is good. Yeah, lore. There we go. Marxist, you should join us on Twitch. All right, we're calling the media relations. Join us on Twitch. Click the link in my bio. All right, here we go. Let's call him. Media relations, Cecil Bartholomew, Dr. Kruger. I like your gag. Let's see what we're doing. Since you're an OG follower, you get the nod on this one. Here we go, folks.
Please leave a message and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Bummer. Join us on Substack then, Marxist, or on YouTube. Join us on YouTube. Anything but TikTok. They hate me. Hey, Jeanette, we're calling the Heritage Foundation. All right, we got to call their main headquarters. 202-546-4400. Okay, nobody's picking up the phone over there. Let's try we're going to try the executive branch relations. Oh, this is funny. This will be funny. All right, we got nothing so far. Let's try general inquiries. They would be a think tank that didn't answer their phone. Oh, we can buy Heritage products? Ooh, we should call the shop. I guarantee the shop will answer because they're right-wing grifters. So we can totally call the shop and say something horrible, right? Is this the thing you got to understand about fascists is that wasting their time is never a waste of time, because for every second.
Thank you for calling the Heritage Foundation Fulfillment Center. Please hold for the next available customer service representative.
How much you want to bet they offshored? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, what member of Congress should we call? Let me see here. What member of Congress should we call? They tend to pick up. We still got an hour and a half before offices close. Let's see here. Who's in the news? Oh, doubles down on his endorsement of Graham Plattner. Okay, good job, Chuck Schumer. That's crazy. I hate Chuck Schumer. He's a horrible person, but I guess good job for doing the right thing. I don't know. I can't say that. I'm never going to say that. Sorry, everybody. I hate Chuck Schumer. He's an asshole. So is Cory Booker. They're full of shit. Because he's a miserable. Okay, fine. Scary Larry. Chill, dude. Let's see here. Spencer Pratt. Dr. Oz. He would be great to call if we could find his phone number. Let's see here. Who's somebody you want me to prank call? Ooh, Susan Collins. Susan Collins. It's got to be Susan Collins. What? Susan Collins is accusing major newspaper. Andy O'Brien is accusing major newspaper outlets of ignoring what he calls the open secret about Susan Collins. In a post, O'Brien said Collins should be careful throwing stones in glass houses while claiming the New York Times and Wall Street Journal have known for years about alleged infidelity involving Collins, but never reported it. Wow. Okay. So Susan Collins is unfaithful. That's good to know, because we're about to call her office. We're going to call Maine Senator Susan Collins. We're going to give her a phone call. And apparently she is having an affair, and they're covering it up. Let's see here. Washington, D.C. Here we go. So if you want to join us on Twitch, someone from Arkansas for this bit. Pretend you're from Arkansas or mad about their child labor reform laws. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I can call Sarah Huckabee Sanders after this. That's not a bad idea. Let's see here. Oh, my visibility was restricted on TikTok. 1 second. Dude, I got to get out of here. I hate TikTok, man. They're so brutal to me. All right, Instagram. We're going to be okay, well, I'm quitting my end live. Boo. Fine. Okay. Calling Susan Collins. Oh, here we go. We got the number. It's 202-224-2523.
Good afternoon, Senator Collins, Washington, D.C. office. How can I help you?
Yeah, this is Bobby. Is Susan there?
This is Justin here.
No. I know this is Bobby, her longtime friend. I'm trying to get in touch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She and I went out for dinner last night, and I just wanted to call her and see where I could send the flowers.
Certainly, sir. I don't currently have access to the senator's schedule, but I would be more than happy to pass along information for you.
No. It's just I just want to send her some flowers because we had a nice time, and I is there a good? Can I send them to the office?
Could I put you on a brief hold to see what might be best here?
Yeah, and I can just give you the message too if you prefer.
Yeah, that actually works perfectly fine.
Okay,
yes.
okay. So just say this is to Susan from Bobby. Dear Susan, the night we spent together changed my life. I am so moved by your commitment to corporate centrism and doing nothing in the face of an authoritarian takeover, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Is that good?
I thank you very much for the message, sir.
You're welcome. Tell Susan I love her.
Have a good rest of your day.
Okay, thank you. It's pretty good. Got a Susan Collins lover. Got a Susan Collins lover. We're getting damn good at this, folks. We just pretended to be Susan Collins lover. I think her staffer bought it. I'm taking that one across the goal line, people. We're going to use the Rogue DNC post that says that I think we just delivered a love message to Susan Collins. This is a good one. Oof. Susan, baby. Join us on Twitch so you can see what we're talking about this entire time. Let's see here. You should call Lindsey Graham's office again as Marco Rubio and see if you can get him on the phone. Make it about some U.S. defense contract. stock he needs to buy or something. Oh no. Yes. Great idea, Marxist. I'm gonna call yeah, I know who I'm gonna call. Okay. I got it. All right. Somebody tell me what accent I should do for a just any accent, like any place that's like, you know, Europe, England. Maybe it's a British guy. What if it was a very posh British man? Because I want to call office phone number of Jared Moskowitz. And I know exactly what I'm going to say to him. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Here we go. Let's do this here real quick. Let's put this big. Okay, so we got the Susan Collins thing. Swedish Alamak. Unusual machines is good stock to use because it's Trump Jr. on the board. Yes. Oh, yeah, good one. Yes, unusual machines. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna call Jared Moskowitz's office. Unusual machines. Good looks. This is what I need, everybody. This is what we need. We need to be calling these people out and humiliating them. Unusual machines. So we're gonna call Jared Moskowitz's office and tell him about this company. This is a drone company that I think Donald Trump is on the board. His son is on the board. Marxist, is he on the board? Is it Trump's son or is it Trump on the board? Oh, Trump's son. Trump's son is on the board of this company. So we're going to call one of Congress's most notorious inside traders. We'll go to Quiver Quantitative. Okay, so this is Unusual Machines, which the Trump administration, as you can see here, has been pumping up. Investors, analyst coverage, corporate governance, board of directors. Let's look at the board of directors here. Okay, so it doesn't look like we got corporate governance, board committees, management. Oh gosh, this guy's okay. Wow, look, there's a little skull and crossbones as they're on their microchips. Okay, yeah, these people are bad. So let's look at Quiver Quantitative for Jared Moskowitz's stock trades. And then we can let's see here. We can search politicians. This is a great website. Jared Moskowitz. So I know who I'm going to pretend to be. I'm going to prank call Jared Moskowitz, who, if you don't know who he is one of the most corrupt inside traders in the Senate. Jared Moskowitz. So let's see here. Look at all the trades he's made. He's made $4.29 million in stock trades. Let's see here. Okay, he's running against Oliver Larkin. Oliver Larkin is trying to primary him, who's a really cool guy. I've interviewed him. Oliver Larkin drove up from Florida to volunteer on Bernie Sanders' campaign in 2016. He's trying to primary Jared Moskowitz, who is among the most corrupt politicians of all time. If you can see here, he's done 434 trades this year in Congress. He last traded on March 31st. Oh, no, 434 trades. He's done 434 trades in the 3 years he's been in Congress. He's worth $12.44 million, and he's traded $4.3 million in stocks. Corporate donors, Google, Comcast, UPS, Altria, which is like cigarettes. Good job, Jared. Regions Financial, Duke Energy, CVS Health. They own Aetna. Energy companies. Altria, which is a, like I said, they're doing Centene, which is WellCare, which is also a private insurance company. Disney, not great. Chesapeake Utilities, not great. Let's see, not to mention all of his APAC money. Okay, so this guy is the worst. He's the worst. He's got $2.8 million in stocks, $622,000 in mutual funds, $620,000 in ETFs. He's got $6 million in the bank. He's made a ton of trades based on his position in regulatory boards based on legislation that he's going to pass. So let's give him a call. Let's call his office and let's see what we can do here. Trades. Boom. Okay. Contact Jared Moskowitz. Phone number is 202-225-3001. 3001. Okay. And we're going to call Jared Moskowitz's office and tell him to purchase stock in Unusual Machines, which is a company that Donald Trump Jr. is on the board of directors on. So Jared Moskowitz, who has made a ton of money on wars, all this horrible stuff. Let's give his office a call. If you're just joining us, we just got, what was her name? Susan Collins. I just told Susan Collins Stafford to deliver a love note to her. We got Representative Ted Deutsch. That's the old number.
And Moskowitz, how can I help you?
Oh, I wasn't ready and I didn't have my accent. I didn't have my accent ready. Okay, so that's the right number. Okay. We got to call him again. All right. That number worked. Hang on a second.
Hi, you reached the office of Congressman Moskowitz. How can I help you?
Yeah, it's Jared there. This is Peter.
Sorry, what was that?
It's Jared there. This is Peter, his wealth manager.
He's not available at the moment, but I can take a note for you.
Is this not his direct line?
No, this is not.
Did he change it?
This is the office, in the DC office line.
Oh, this isn't a direct line to his office. Is he taking a vote or something?
I believe he's in a meeting at the moment.
That's all right. I need you to take a message for Jared.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's important. I'd appreciate it.
1 second. Sorry. Okay.
All right, great. This is Peter McFarlane. It's wealth.
Can you spell for me? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. It's M as in Margaret, C as in Charlie, F, A
Okay.
as in Apple, R as in Roger, L as in Llama, A as in Apple, N as in November, E as in Echo.
Okay. And what was your first name again? Sorry.
Peter, like the guy you meet at the pearly gates.
Could you spell it for me as well? Sorry.
Peter?
Yeah, it's a little crackly over the line.
Oh no, it's all right. It's Peter. P as in Peter. E
Oh,
is
Peter.
Peter. Yeah, that's
Peter?
right. Yeah, sorry, love. I have a bit of an Irish twang, you know.
Wait, no worries.
Yeah.
And what is your message?
Just let him know his wealth manager called. He should buy 100,000 shares in Unusual Machines. And after he votes to continue to bomb Lebanon, the Trumps are going to get the contract. So it'll make him a tidy profit. Better than the Lockheed Martin trade.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You take care now.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I think she got upset that I made fun of her boss for being a war profiteer. Oh, chat, what happened? Why is Jared Moskowitz so upset? I just gave him a great trade. That was so good. They're gonna use that, dude. It's so good. What? How come Jared Moskowitz's people are yeah, no, I had to spell Peter. I can't believe they fucking didn't know it. The Irish, you could tell she really liked my Irish accent, though. She really liked the Irish accent until she found out I was calling to troll her. I have to text my friend. That's so funny. I wonder what these staffers think. I mean, my whole thing is like, if it's a Republican staffer, then they know that they're getting involved with fascists. So I don't really give a shit. But like, I mean, Jared Moskowitz is an evil prick. So, but there are a lot of people that are working for evil pricks in Washington, D.C. And, you know, I don't think they do it because they know they're getting into it. But, you know, it's a job. So you got to do what you got to do. But, God, I'm not going to apologize because of Jared Moskowitz. There are American soldiers that are in Iran right now because of Jared Moskowitz and Josh Gottheimer. Oh, that was so good. That was so much fun. French Hill and John Boozman have the funniest names in the Arkansas delegation. What have you called French Hill the Spanish Mountain? Oh, that would be funny. Oh, that's good, Dr. Kruger. I like that. That would be funny. What if I called him as like a British guy and I was just like, hello, this is Mrs. Michael from the House of Lords. I'm calling from Keir Starmer's office, and we want to do a bit of a Arkansas cross. Hey, say Reagan, say hi to chat. Reagan, like the Exorcist, not like Reagan, you're the stream queen. Not like the president. Say hi to the chat. She's my fave. Actually, I have two cats. They're both beautiful. Oh, this is my full-time job now, people. So be sure to share the Twitch, like the stream if you enjoyed the prank calls we've done just now. You know, you can subscribe on Twitch or Substack. Subscribe to my Substack. It's free, or Twitch for free, because then you'll guarantee see my content. I do this for a living. Yeah, Chicago Bish. It's Baby Reagan. So, you know, if you can spare $1 or $5 a month, cool. If not, don't worry about it. I'll never paywall my work ever. I just have to ask because I'm trying to make a run as a comedian. And the babies, I can feed them. I have a pretty good life. I'm lucky, but I did lose my full-time job. So I'm using that as an excuse to prank call members of Congress for a living. Let's switch over to discuss a little bit about what's going on with we have a couple elections today, people. We have an election in Iowa. We have an election in California. We have an election. Oh, man. We have an election in Iowa. This is funny. This is Hassan Piker. His uncle made a tweet about him. I've heard Brick Shit House. I've never heard Brick House. That just makes me think of the song. He's a brick. Whoa.
Deep, dry hillside. We're live over Malibu where a stretcher has slipped free from an ambulance. Paramedics are in a full sprint trying to keep it from plunging further down this steep, dry hillside. Catch it! Watch that drop! Cut left, got it! You can see more mining. We're live over Malibu where a stretcher has slipped.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. All right, let's take a look at the California. Let's take a look at the California race. As much as I hate to dwell on let's see here, California election coverage. All right. 6 hours left to vote in California. Pelosi, Newsom, Obama, and Kamala have not made an endorsement. We might get a Becerra Steyer. Who is this lady? LA GOP Central Committee. Oh, GOP. Fuck that. Vote count for LA mayor could be painfully so. Don't expect instant gratification. I want to see if I can get an LA expert on stream to talk. Somebody was texting me that Jared Moskowitz. I'm gonna text this group of people I know in LA that follow LA politics. This LA mayoral election's been a real mess. There's this candidate called Ray Dunn who has been screwing up the polling. I don't know how to spell her last name. Ray Mayor's Race. I know she's got the DSA thing, but it's really created. Excuse me. It's really created a. It has created a path to victory for Spencer Pratt. Oh, drive safe, Kruger. People are scared of Tom Steyer, but he feels like he wants to be California's version. You have 2 cats? Chicago Bish says, nah. Reagan, she has 2 cats. Just like you, baby. You have 2 friends out there. All right, drive home safe, Kruger. Thanks for joining us on Twitch. Hey, if you're on Instagram, you should be on Twitch with us. It's way more fun. Because we got everybody in the chat doing their thing. If you're on Instagram, though, and you want to like it, we just got done prank calling some members of Congress. Offices are closing in 4 minutes. We had a good day. We wrote Susan Collins a love note, and then we gave it to her staffer, and then we called a war profiteer who's trading stocks in Congress, and we pretended to be his wealth manager, and then his staffer took a message for us. She also couldn't understand my name because I was speaking an Irish accent, but I told her my name was Peter McFarland.
If you are
Here's Nithya Raman.
tired of the incumbent and the status quo, a very broken status quo, and if you don't want a MAGA Republican in our mayor's seat, then you have.
I don't know, man. Nithya Raman, it was pretty badass that she went down to the mayor's office and was like, I'm going to run for mayor because Karen Bass sucks and Spencer Pratt sucks. I think that was great. Oh, here we go. Chuck Schumer. He's doing the right thing. I hate him, but yeah, it's almost like who is this? Oh, this guy's got to be a fascist. Let's see here. This is going to be so I play this character called Democrat Consultant on this stream sometimes. I'll hop in sometimes, but I'll hop in as him sometimes. But the main target of my ire is Chuck Schumer, because Chuck Schumer is out of step with 92% of the Democratic base. He didn't endorse Zoran Mamdani for mayor. He has time and time again armed a war criminal and an apartheid state so that they can continue to prosecute a genocide against innocent women and children. And he brags about it openly. And he has not been a friend to anybody who seeks progress. I do not like Chuck Schumer. I don't think he's a good person. I think he's a coward and a spineless prick. And the fact that Chuck Schumer is backing Graham Plattner means that I have a much more complicated relationship with him now. Actually, I did an interview with Graham Plattner. Let's watch it. And we actually made fun of Chuck Schumer in that interview. So let's see here. It's up here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Graham Plattner. Boom. Can you see it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the preeminent interview show in the city of Chicago. Today, my name is Steve Tappas still, and I am here with
Graham Plattner.
Graham. It's good to have you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Do you use a cinder block as a stress ball?
No, but I work on the ocean with my hands.
Gotcha. I'm glad Dick Durbin's retiring. If Mitch McConnell shook that hand, I think he'd have problems. All right, you know the rules. We're going to take a shot of Malort. You ready?
I'm ready.
Cilantro.
Cheers. Yep.
How would you describe the taste of Malort?
I mean, like herbally.
Herbally?
Herbally, yeah. It's actually, honestly, the aftertaste is better than the upfront taste.
Yeah. It's kind of like a grapefruit with a cigarette.
Yeah, there
right?
you go. That's good. It's got that hint of.
See, Graham Plattner is a real one. I don't think he's a perfect guy, but that's why I think he's perfect to be in politics, because we just need like normal people in politics. That's the sense I got from him. He just was like a normal dude. And, when you compare him to like Chuck Schumer and like all these guys that have dedicated their life to being in office, it's pretty depressing that we don't have more people like Graham Plattner in office. I know that he's, he had some relationship issues. There's the whole like Oppo shit about like, there's a bunch of shit from, but it's like, who among us? I don't know. I feel like we've gotten to the point now where we have a twice elected president who had an affair with an adult film star that he subsequently covered it up. And he then decided that he was going to start an insurrection because he lost an election. So I don't know. I feel like we're kind of at the stage of the American experiment where we need to take some shots on people who probably didn't expect to be running for office and felt like they needed to step up. Sorry, everybody. I'm going live again on Instagram. The viewers fell off. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Graham Plattner's all right. Now it appears that Chuck Schumer has endorsed him, which is crazy because I didn't think Chuck Schumer was going to go for it. Jake Auchincloss recently said that he would not want Graham Plattner to be the senator. Let's see here. Doubles down on his endorsement of Graham Plattner. Let's see here.
You have not said if you're still endorsing Graham Plattner. Are you still supporting Graham Plattner?
As I said, I endorsed Graham Plattner. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Thank you.
Okay, so Chuck Schumer has just endorsed Graham Plattner again, which good for him. I mean, I don't know. That's how you know Chuck Schumer's the expectations for Democrats has gotten so low that now we are encouraging. What's up, Maui Fish Hooks? Thanks for joining us. Be sure to click that link there. If you got a Substack or a Twitch or a YouTube account, join us elsewhere so you can see what we're looking at. We're watching the news. We've just did some prank phone calls, which went really well. It was pretty fun. So you can get the full experience on one of the other platforms. I put the link down here in my live. I keep getting banned from TikTok and Instagram Live. Chuck Schumer, we do have the lowest possible expectations for Democrats right now, which is that Democrats are literally being praised for doing what they're supposed to do, which is winning elections for the party. There have been not one, not two, but three different Democrats that have gone on record saying they did not want Graham Plattner to win the Senate. Maureen DeRosa, who literally made her entire name by shaming Andrew Cuomo's victims. Jake Auchincloss also said that he did not want, who takes a ton of money from the Adelsons, who was Trump's top donor. Both of them said, yeah, they didn't care if Susan Collins won. Oh, and apparently Kirsten Hillebrand also met with Plattner. That's interesting. What a shocking turn of an events. Mike Rogers' birthday photo. Oh, we're still, yeah, okay. Let's see here. Tom Steyer, what's happening? Show more. Ooh, DDoS attack. What the can we have one? This is what happens when you get rid of CISA. Okay. Latest. Let's see here. Marathon launch in March went smooth, which negates your entire premise and maybe into free play. Angry D2 fan. I don't know what. I think a DDoS attack is when it's a denial of service attack. So it's kind of a hack that happens where a bunch of people just go to your website and then it, oh, that's so good. Tulsi Gabbard's husband got out of surgery. I don't give a shit about these fascists. I'm not like, I think they both have pros and cons, but I thought the pros outweighed the cons for Barrera. In the end, I did not want to vote for a billionaire. Yeah, okay, so you wanted to vote for Javier Becerra? Are you fucking kidding me? Javier Becerra is... Oh, Javier Becerra is such a piece of shit. I know that I'm probably not going to ever get an interview with him, but I don't really give a shit. So let's see who Javier Becerra has taken money from. Okay, here we go. U.S. Congress, open secrets. Total raise, 28,000. Cash on hand, 1.4 million. PACs. Let's see here. Who's he taking money from? This can't be right. Let's go to his FEC. FEC.org. Contributions. We're looking at Javier Becerra's contributions for the California governor's race. I actually have a voting guide in my bio. I'm pretty sure I endorsed Tom Steyer because he is the most progressive of the candidates. He seems to have kind of like shades of J.B. Pritzker, which, you know, he can't be bought because he can just buy it. Here we go. Javier Becerra. Total. Oh, no, this is 2016. Do you not have to divulge it? Let's see here. Javier Becerra, governor race, campaign contributions. Javier Becerra is like the guy in high school who you're like, this is a good looking dude. He seems like he can communicate well. But what is wrong with this guy? Let's see here. Where the money's coming from for the next race. Outside money is shattering records. I just want a list. Here we go. Supporting Matt Mahan. Okay, so $32 million has been spent against Tom Steyer. $32 million. That is who they are afraid of. Javier Becerra has had $13.1 million spent in favor of him, second only to Matt Mahan. A bunch of California tech billionaires urged Matt Mahan to run. He was like that little kind of Temu version of Pete Buttigieg. Let's see here. Javier Becerra has... This is a wild stat, though. Tom Steyer only has 229 unique contributors, and his average campaign contribution is $575,000, which goes to tell you that he is definitely donating to himself, which, hey, man, if you got the money, do it. Here we go. Javier Becerra. Let's see who he's taking money from. He's taking money from Chevron, $39,000. Good job. He's taken money from the Physician Association of California, which, for those of you not paying attention, one of the main reasons why we don't have Medicare for all is because of the American Medical Association kind of goes out of their way to keep doctors' prices high because doctors want to make money, which, yeah, that's not great for everybody. Let's see here. I think he took money from the McDonald's PAC. Oh, here we go. Act Blue California, SEIU, Food and Commercial Workers. We're going over how Javier Becerra's campaign fund, where he got his money. Oh no, that's like for the whole race. I just want Javier Becerra's expenditure overview. Okay. So it looks like he spent a lot of money in Q2. Here we go. Top payees: AI Media entity, Mike McGuire, California Democratic Party, also known as AI Media LLC. What is AI Media LLC? Who is this company that gave money to Javier Becerra? Who are they? Full service media and consulting firm. No, it's not AL Media. It's AI Media. This is not AI Media. What the Javier Becerra has a $6 million Javier Becerra. This is a sketchy super PAC. Look at what happens when I look up AI Media LLC super PAC. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a concerned citizen. Who gave Javier Becerra all this money? Or he didn't give it to him. They like spent it for him. Is a limited liability company tied to a political controversy involving independent expenditure spent in support of Javier Becerra. And the race has faced intense criticism from rival candidates over millions of dollars in independent super PAC money, such as Working Families for Healthy Communities supporting Becerra for governor. Reports emerged in the final weeks before the June primary, accusing both major campaigns of improper influence, flag campaign operations, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, oh, wow, look at this. So the people who are funding his campaign are also the people that had been funneling money from his original campaign fund. That's interesting. Politics is horrible. I'm pretty sure that we're going to need to do something about it. Or else we got big problems. Because if Javier Becerra is able to get all this money from this company here, total payments, $5,770,407. And I can't even find that company. What is going on? It seems sketchy to me. I don't know. Trade Desk. Okay, great. So he's taking money from Google, aisle 518. That's an small. Let's see here. Elias Law Group. Delta Airlines. Yeah, he's just got so many corporate donations. I don't know. I don't think I can vote for Javier Becerra in good conscience. I can't vote for him because I don't live in California, but I don't know that I would want to. Be sure to join us on Substack or Twitch so that you can make sure to see my content. Support me. Even if you just subscribe to my free Substack, that's like worth its weight in gold. We also have a Twitch, which is really fun because you can see my screen and we're talking about the news, all sorts of wild stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a dinner break here, and then I'm gonna jump on later tonight for the California primary watch results. Chicago Bish, I hope your stomach bug clears up. I am going to be on later tonight, probably in the 7 o'clock ballpark. So, oh well, hang on a second. Never mind. Never mind. We got some special guests. Okay, 1 second. Sending now. One second. We're actually going to have some special guests join us live. It'll be fun. National press coordinator of 5051 is coming on stream, as well as my friend Lex. And we are going to do, we're going to be discussing the California election. I want to invite guests, copy, sick, at Hunter, at Lex. Okay, we are going to, National Press Coordinator of 5051. So we're going to be on for the next couple, I don't know, maybe an hour or two. This will be a good little conversation we're going to have here. We're going to talk a little bit about the, actually, Instagram. I'm going to go to, I'm going to switch over to you. And, oh, yeah. That's right, Chicago Bish. I have the best Twitch ever. Watch the Throne, Hassan. Oh, I can't do 3 locations. That's a bummer. All right. You're all missing out though. If you're on Instagram Live right now, you could be having the time of your life, but you're not. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a minute. Until then, I'll be back. Oh, cool. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back, party people. Right now it's just you. I think we're gonna have a couple more people jumping in here in a second. We're gonna be going over the California governor's race in just a minute. I'm going to be talking to traveling nurse Lex and my friend Hunter from the 5051. Actually, we'll watch a little bit of Hunter's. He just did a Jubilee appearance with Dave Rubin. Here we go, Dave Rubin Jubilee. Let's see my buddy Hunter smoke him. Here we go. Far left. Let's see here. Wokeism did more. Let's see here. I'm gonna check and see. If you're not joining us on YouTube, do it, or Twitch or Substack, because then you can see my screen. If you're on Instagram, it kind of sucks, but I got more followers there, so you know. Let's see here. Progressive. Where is my guy? Why is this? Come on. Wait. Oh, actually, I know her too. Yeah, she's cool.
I don't know that it's most people, but a certain set of What show did I do for Russia?
What?
What show did I do for
No,
Russia?
I'm not saying you did a show for Russia. I'm saying Russia saw you as a stooge who could easily say the talking points that benefited them.
But do you understand? They gave me no talking points. I did a show. It was
That's
a
the point.
call-in show.
But here's what we're missing, Dave, right? I'm not saying Russia gave you a script to say. I'm saying Russia's like, yes, this is our guy. If we fund him more and we give him more influence, he's going to do it for us without even getting a script. Isn't that embarrassing?
No.
You did it without even getting instruction from them.
It's a quite literal, fantastical adventure that you just went on there. Literally,
what's the adventure?
Literally, I did a call-in show.
Why
for
would
them.
Russia choose
you?
You
Don't
and
even
Tim
know.
Pool?
You
Wait, why would Russia choose you and Tim
Hold
Pool?
on, you don't even know what I did. You don't even know what the Tenet show that I did, do you? Did you ever watch it? Do you know the name of it? Do you know anything that I did? So you don't. So you quite literally have no idea what you're talking about.
They just gave you money because they're altruistic?
No, buddy.
They're just like, we're thinking of giving it to Dave.
No, because. No, well, first off, so just to be clear, you have literally no idea what you're talking about. You don't know the name of the show. You don't know the name.
So if you're just joining us, we're watching the Dave Rubin Jubilee appearance, because one of the people who is coming on the stream in a minute was on the Jubilee for Dave Rubin, and you're not going to be able to see him on Instagram, so you should definitely come check it out on check it out on Twitch, Substack, or YouTube, because you'll be able to see them. I can't stream in more than 3 places, and I'm not going to give Mark Zuckerberg the eyeballs. Let's see here. You shouldn't either. Where's my Zin? Okay. So this guy's pretty good, but this other person. Oh, that's Hunter. He's coming on stream.
Here, where's the
I'm not
case
saying
at?
what you did was
Is it-
illegal
for Russia
to give you.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
I actually will agree with you that establishment Democrats have done a really terrible job of ensuring that their policies reflect what the people actually want. Most people want universal health care.
Yeah.
Most people want free higher education so that they can actually get a job and move up in life.
I don't know that it's most people, but a certain set of people
will
do.
say that they
Yeah.
would love for the rich to be taxed at the same rate that they used to be, closer towards the 90%.
All true, by the way. All true. Establishment Democrats have ruined this country. Well, what happened was establishment Democrats got us to a point where this country was becoming untenable for the bottom 99%, because they played ball with a bunch of corporations that only gave a shit about making money. And then that put somebody like Trump in a perfect position to usher in fascism and authoritarianism. So there you go. I agree with her 100%.
Rather than
you wanna
taxing,
tax the rich
rather
at
than
90%.
taxing the rest of the
Yeah.
population that can barely pay their rent.
Yeah.
And then they're watching shows like yours and they're hearing ideology more so than factual evidence.
Yeah.
And they're saying, you know what? Yeah, the Democrats, establishment Democrats, haven't been doing much that they said that they were going to do. So let me listen to this guy, and everything you give is emotion and ideology. So yeah, sometimes
Yes,
people who
I'm
don't
the
have
one- I'm
nearly
the
as
one
much
that's giving
critical thinking
emotion.
as they
I get
probably
that.
should
Yeah.
are going to move.
I'm doing fine, Air Amberger. I would be doing a lot better if you joined us on twitch.tv/Democrat Consultant. Link is in the bio.
To the right.
Yeah.
But honestly, the base that's actually growing are the progressive base. Young voters are becoming much more progressive than they ever were.
Yeah.
Why? Because again, most people
Well,
want
I
the
agree. I
universal
agree with
healthcare.
that. That a lot of young people are very confused about what America
Oh,
is
they're
and what
confused
freedom
about what they
is.
want?
Yeah, they are. So you want? So I mean, we could just do a few of what you just said. So how much money would you like to take from anyone? From anyone to get whatever policy you want? What is the number? How much money should anyone have that you want to take to get whatever it is that you want done? Please give me a
It's
number.
interesting that you're using the rhetoric of taking when we're literally talking about a state, a society that functions solely through making sure that most people have their basic needs met.
So how much?
Unfortunately,
How much?
establishment Democrats have moved so towards the corporatist side that they have forgotten what the people actually want.
So how much
So
of Elon?
that's where
So
we
how much
agree.
of
Where
Elon
we
Musk?
disagree
All right, so let's use
is
Elon
your
Musk for
rhetoric
example.
around I'm going to
Yeah.
take as much money as I
Well,
can from the rich.
it is taking.
It's not
No, it
no,
is. Of
it's
course it is. What do you
fairness.
mean? If you don't give, if they say we're going to take it and you don't give it, they're going to put you in jail, right? So it is taking. If
You're
it
saying
is so benevolent.
taxes, if you don't pay your taxes, you're going
Yeah,
to jail.
if you
Oh, I see.
if it is so benevolent
Right.
to do these things, then why don't more people do it?
No, it's just part of being a person living
So
in a
how-
country.
okay, so
Every
how much-
country has taxes.
So how much of Elon Musk's money would you like to take from him to do what?
I would
Tell me.
actually like
Yeah.
for billionaires and the
Yeah.
rich in general to
yeah.
pay the same amount that they were paying back in the 1950s.
Okay, so that's a rather radical position if you want.
In the
if you-
1950s,
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah.
it was Republicans
And
that
if,
were
so
in
you want to
office.
give that money to the system and the government, which you don't seem to like very much, right? You're talking about corporate.
Okay, so this guy, we're watching Dave Rubin's Jubilee on my live right now, and he is, first of all, he's got a lot of horrible Botox. I don't know why this guy looks like he was doing. I don't know, man. It's just like his eyes are like this. He just looks like this perpetually. It's like he got like the work done on his eyelids, and it's now they're just perpetually like this. That's what it looks like. That's Dave Rubin's face right now on the Jubilee. Not sure why try his, but both Democrats and Republicans suck. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I completely agree with you. Democrats and Republicans suck. Establishment Democrats, like there are good Democrats, but here we go. This guy's joining my live right now. He's on the Jubilee.
All right.
Oh, nope, not him.
Let's talk about reality.
Okay.
Let's talk about three things that exist in reality: climate change, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, and vaccine.
Okay, here we go.
Dollars from Medicaid. You don't
we
care
have
that he
about
defunded
30
the EPA. You don't care that
I
he
don't care
defunded
that
the
he fu-
VA.
I don't
You
care
don't
that
care
he
that
funded
he
the
Go off.
But that's besides the point.
None of those things. You don't care. It's just as long as he does immigration, you're happy.
No,
That's
no,
delusional.
that is
You're not
one-
accepting the
no,
reality
that is
of the
one-
issues in this country.
No, it's interesting. You guys all seem to hate the government.
Oh, look who it is.
Government programs. I don't understand.
Hunter.
That seems to be the disconnect with progressive as a
He's
general.
asking, I love how he's like one MAGA versus 24 left Democrats. And then his response is, hi, Democrat, you Democrats hate the government, is very funny considering just like the history of Republican Party policy, right? Like going back to Reagan, which I actually made fun of him for, different part of Reagan. But, you know, like he's like the 8 scariest words in the English language are I'm from the government and I'm here to help. And meanwhile, Dave Rubin's like, look at these lefties who hate the government. It's like, dude, we don't hate the government. We just like hate Donald Trump specifically because of the evil he's doing. Well, and, you know, we probably do hate a lot of the Democrats too, but not for the reasons he wants us to hate them.
That's fair. I'm gonna get my TikTok going, my TikTok live going, because I actually got a decent amount of people in there.
Oh damn, good for you.
Well, they have like bunk OBS now. It's like bunk. But but I have to add a source. Display capture, window capture, add. Where is it? StreamYard Studio, add source.
Yeah, my sister says I should get on TikTok and post my videos there, but I'm like, do I have to?
Why don't you do it?
What?
Why don't you do it?
Because TikTok is like, it's the type of evil that makes Mark Zuckerberg look benign. I fucking hate Larry Ellison. Like, there's just no, like, Oracle, all that shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
I'm not about it. And also the algorithm, like, apparently got, like, basically gutted to, like, try to kill any political content. Although I don't know how effective that's been.
Well, Chicago Bish, you know Hunter. He usually is Chicago Bish is a hero of the community. She's an OG. And I told her that you were coming, and she's really excited that you're here.
Is that who who do I think it is? Which Chicago is this one? Because there's a couple people it could be.
No, it's just a woman that was on Instagram Live who joined our Twitch. She's a mother of 2, amazing human being. She's sick right now, home from work, and she just came to Twitch because of us, because of our stream, because of Democrat Consultant.
So we're recruiting people to Twitch. Oh God, man, I gotta divest.
Yeah,
well, to Twitch that's fine. To TikTok, I feel like I'd gotta divest, man. That's like blood guilt, you know.
California election coverage with Hunter. Let's see here.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I did today? I called Susan Collins' office and pretended that I went on a date with her last night, and I told her to leave him. I left a message with her assistant.
The fact that they're not like throwing you out by your ears is insane to me.
Well, today I made the mistake. Today I didn't make the mistake of calling for my actual number. I just did it. I did
oh no, they're gonna blacklist you from Lindsey Graham's office. The horror.
Let's see here. What the
okay, so I don't have to worry about my New Mexico recommendations because apparently all 3 Democratic incumbents are running unopposed for reasons I don't understand. I'm not saying any of them are like evil necessarily. I'm just like, guys, come on, we gotta scare them sometimes, you know, make them earn your vote.
This is so crazy. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing like what you have to do with OBS, which is you have to crop out, like you have to like give the people, you have to put the Zoom link. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Is that a J Street progressive type? That's fine. It could be worse. I'm not saying I'm pro J Street. I'm just saying compared to what we deal with. Ooh, no, JAC is not great.
Actors.
Gabe Vasquez noted. Wait, what?
Don't you think J Street's a good faith actors? I feel like they mean well.
They're good faith actors. I just disagree with them. I just like I think a lot of leftists treat J Street like it's a red flag because they think it's like AIPAC blood money, and it's like it's really not. Like J Street's current policies, they have shifted to the left, are at the edge of what I think could be fairly described as liberal Zionism. Like they are at the very, very tip of that point, to the point where they might even be better classified as non-Zionist. They're definitely not anti-Zionist, but like if you define Zionism as defense of Israel as a Jewish state with sort of the religious hierarchical supremacy angles there, you're kind of pushing it, because like J Street wants a place called Israel and a place called Palestine, but it doesn't want those places to have any level of racial discrimination or hierarchy either baked into their legal system or otherwise, and actively speaks out against, I'm not sure they use the word apartheid, but like they're speaking out against what we would fairly call apartheid. And like if you have a Israel and a Palestine that aren't Jewish or Muslim states, they're just like secular democratic states, like that's arguably not Zionism in the way that it's traditionally understood. I still think it's a bad solution. You and I have talked about what we think a good solution would be, but just like compared to just compared to like fucking AIPAC, you know? Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just-
exactly. It's like, well, it's like today I was talking about how Schumer endorsed Plattner, and I was like, that's how I know that the expectations for the Democratic Party are in the ground, because like he's literally doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is the bare minimum, which is like, oh, he's endorsing the candidate that could win the Senate back for him, which is what you basically want, right? You're like, oh, so you're saying that you're saying that you're doing your job, basically. You're just you've chosen to do your job, which is win the Senate, because Graham Plattner stands the best chance of doing that. So congratulations, Chuck Schumer. You're now a hero just for the very nature of willing to do your job.
I do gotta draw a line somewhere though on some of this, which is like Chuck Schumer is still not a good faith political actor.
He's horrible.
And-
That's what I mean. That's why I'm saying like he's a horrible political actor. He's the worst. It's just,
and secondary to that, because that's part of it, like calling a race even before it's done, it's just like it's so like I think Chuck thinks he's doing something there he's not doing. Sorry, keep going.
wait, what do you think he's doing what do you think he thinks he's doing?
So technically speaking, the primary is not even over. There's David Costello's on the ballot, and Andrea LaFlamme is LaFlamme. She's cool. Apparently, she's pretty progressive. Are still in the race for various reasons. I think Andrea's in there for the stated reason that she's worried there's more on Plattner than we've found out, that there's like a Susan Collins oppo dump that we have yet to see, which who knows. So it's interesting to me that Chuck Schumer is like endorsing him now instead of after the primary, as like maybe some show trying to convince people that like he's open to new ideas when he's really not, and he's clearly only endorsing the obvious presumptive nominee who is almost certainly going to win that election. So like it's not like, if you wanted to make a difference, you don't run Janet Mills. Like that's
exactly. That's the thing, that if you cared about what the Democratic base actually cared about, you don't ever start with fucking Janet Mills. Like, she had one viral moment where she basically just said, yeah, it was cool that everybody was like, oh yeah, it was cool that she stood up for him that one time. But other than that, like her Trump thing, other than that it was so dumb, dude. Okay, let me see here.
I mean, on that point, right? Because like you're on that point. If Janet Mills doesn't run, maybe we could have had an actually interesting primary where you have different types of progressives and leftists running against each other and pitching different visions. And then when all the Graham Plattner stuff comes out, then like people can make an informed choice instead of 80-year-old AIPAC supported, pro-Israel, pro-genocide. Like, the only good thing about Janet Mills is that Janet Mills did defend trans kids as governor, which is cool of her to do. I have to give her some credit.
But she vetoed the date. Oh, Hunter.
But Plattner's better on it than she is. So, like, there was literally no reason to vote for Mills except for I hate Graham Plattner. And, like, that's just a bad way of doing politics, Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, it is a fucking horrible way. Speaking of a bad way to do,
oh God.
Yeah, hang on a second. You're gonna be
Sorry, I will say I'm slightly concerned that there is a Graham Plattner dick pic that's going to get leaked before this race is over. Like
Don't
with the
say
kick
that.
revelation. No,
Do you-
dude, have you seen the kick stuff? Like, that's actually the first, like, okay.
wait. We
Tattoo-
have to watch your Dave Rubin. We have to watch your Dave Rubin Jubilee.
Fine. I just like you.
Here,
You haven't heard about the Graham Plattner kick stuff? It's it's concerning. It's not great. That's not me saying that like we, vote.
There's Hunter.
Good move. How you doing?
So your fundamental claim.
They cut right there. There was actually I buttered him up.
Wait, what did you do?
So I buttered him up during the thing. And like I didn't give like a bullshit compliment. I gave like a compliment that I thought was fair. He and Ro Khanna had been like doing like a series of shows over the past year. And now the reason why I like those shows is because it was introducing Dave Rubin's right-wing audience to a guy who isn't a moron, and letting the guy who isn't a moron speak. for a couple hours. I mean, the Ro Khanna cycle, we can talk about that, but like Ro Khanna is like solid. So having Ro Khanna come on like a far right show and like just talk to their audience about like and convince them that like he's not a scary person, like he's a reasonable guy, and here's my pitches to like fight back against the Epstein corruption, to fight back against like things that, you know, young men, for example, would care about. Like, I thought it was a good thing. So I complimented him on having Ro Khanna on that show and having that sort of productive dialogue, because it was just not productive to Dave Rubin's political goals. But I didn't say that part. But after I buttered him up and then I kind of went into it, and like I start off a bit slow, but eventually I get him into a corner he can't get out of, and we can sort of see that happen in real time.
Let's do it. That's funny though that you are the consummate. You're a good guest. You're a very Midwestern guest, so I'm not surprised that you.
I learned that from Mason, One-Handed Politics, who's actually on this video. I'm not sure if you watched him yet.
Is that this guy?
He's got a really nice beard. He
Yeah.
He's the one who asked about the Russian money. I don't know if you covered that one already.
Yeah. I covered that just before you got on.
That's my guy. He was on Majority Report today talking about.
He lapped him, dude. That was so good. He was just like, "What do you?" So you took the money from Russia. So we're watching Jubilee. If you're on Instagram right now, you should come to any other platform. I linked one below in the chat. We have Twitch, YouTube. We're watching a Jubilee with Dave Rubin, who's a fascist, with someone who was on the Jubilee.
Is more in touch with ideology than reality, right?
Yeah.
Make America Great Again is an ideological claim that they are trying to make America great again. That is fundamentally incongruous with reality, because Donald Trump is not making America great. He's attacking the fundamental fabric that makes America America. For example, birthright citizenship. One of the things that distinguishes us from other countries in the Western world, in first world countries, is that we have jus soli. If someone is born here, they are an American. If someone believes in the ideals of America, they're an American.
Yeah, good. I have the audience.
Wait, yeah, you can. I like when they check in with the other people to see, because everybody's nodding. It's great. Let's see what his response is. Also, does it look like he got his like eyebrows like up? Like
it does. It really does. Like I'm sitting there, like, so they have better. It sounds bad with this one.
Got rid of the crow's feet, and so his eyebrows just look like this the whole time. He does not.
He's sweating so bad, which is funny because it's way nicer to be sitting where he's sitting than sitting in the 20. Like my hair, like all frayed and shit. Because like this was towards the end, so I've been sitting there for like 2 hours, right? And like I'm just like sitting there, I'm like just doing my best, and like of course everything's like sweating, you know, it's everything. But of course he's in the best part of the room with the air conditioning. It was a lot worse when I was on the first time because we were in a smaller studio that was way hotter. So I was actually thankful to the team. But still, like he should be looking much better than I do. And he does, but not nearly as much as he should, which was helpful to me to get across the point I wanted to get across. Just because, you know,
this guy needs to fucking just like accept the fact that he's old. Like he looks like he's trying to get a job as an assistant manager at an Abercrombie and Fitch.
He moved to Florida, so you know, like that's
the thing. Here we go.
Fellow Angelino, the only
someone
thing
believes in the ideals of America, they're American. So someone in Canada believes in the ideals of America, they're American.
To quote the great conservative thinker Ronald Reagan, there are millions of unknowing Americans.
But they have to become Americans.
The conservative ideology of the 1980s actually invited people into America.
I'm not letting you derail the conversation.
You tried to destroy America.
You would agree that you have to come
by
legally.
removing those people.
Well, first off, you would agree that they have to
I
come
love
legally.
doing the little
I
conservative
think that we
turnaround.
need to reform a legal process so that people can come here legally effectively.
So-
Trump has actually
yeah.
shut down legal immigration more than he shut down illegal
Well,
immigration.
no, that's not
But
true.
more
Because the border is completely closed. There are people that are waiting in line. To
Not
get-
true. This is very much this is
Trump has
ridiculous
sent back
claim.
about 80,000 people
Yeah,
over the
it's-
course of
yeah.
the second administration. Biden
This is
sent
according
away
to border crossing blocks, which is different. I think my number was a little bit off, but it's funny. The fact check's going to try to help him out there, but then when you read the fact check, I was still right. You'll see in a second.
Dude, hang on a second. I have to appeal my TikTok. I get banned on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, go somewhere different. They ban me after 20 minutes every single time. Go to Twitch, go to Substack, go to YouTube, go to Instagram, preferably somewhere else. Unless you want to give me gifts, then you can stay on TikTok. All right. Sorry, Hunter. I have to.
No, you're good. It's very funny because it's like we talk about 2025 and like the first part of his admin, and now I could have the stronger point there, but the funny part of this is like he's going to be like Trump's doing a better job of securing the border. Well, it's like if you're going by the metric of how many people did you find at the border and stop, in 2025, Trump's admin stopped 80,000 people, somewhere between I think somewhere between 60,000 and 96,000, but 80,000 was sort of like the 75% percentile there, or at least the 2/3 percentile. And he's gonna try to. It's gonna be pretty funny because you see the fact check try to help him out, and it doesn't do what he wants him to do.
Doesn't work in his favor. What an idiot.
Well, he didn't control the fact check. Apparently, actually, I don't know about that. I don't know how it works. Anyways, keep going.
One sec, sorry. I got an audition for
Ooh. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean
956,000. When it comes to border crossings, Biden stopped much more border crossings than Trump did. I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying, objectively speaking,
wait.
on a per year basis, Biden stopped more border crossings than Trump
Is
did.
anyone coming through the border right now?
True.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, what numbers are coming through? I mean, the border.
I don't know the exact number because we don't actually track that.
We don't know that number. It's like ridiculous.
The borders are completely closed and they were wide open under Biden. But the Reagan comment that you just made is that ideologically, it's a beautiful thing about this country, which is interesting.
I gotta let
which
him
is that,
talk.
yes, anyone can become an American, but you don't become an American by believing in American ideals. You become an American by having a set of beliefs and then
he falls into
applying
the
to
trap
become
right
a
here.
citizen and doing it lawfully.
What I want him to say.
And that is completely not what we have.
I wanted
had
him to talk about
for the
legal
4 years
immigration and
before Donald
defend it.
Trump.
So
I
to
knew
become
he
an
would.
American, either you're born here or you immigrate here, and then you get legal residence, and eventually from there you become a citizen. If that's the case, and that's what we're respecting, why is Stephen Miller ordering 3,500 deportations a day? And then to do that,
but
the
of
Trump
people who are here
administration-
illegally.
No,
People-
because
so are
Trump,
you saying we're
removed, Trump tried to remove temporary protected status of over 500,000 people who are here legally so that they could reach the 3,500 mark. If someone is changing
are you
the
saying
law
we're
to make someone that has
wait.
legal status illegal,
Hold on.
Fact
You
check
saying
was
we're
like,
coming
yep,
after
he's
you?
right.
You're saying
illegally.
you're saying we're deporting legal.
We're actually deporting
American
U.S. citizens.
citizens.
We deported a 4-year-old kid with lung cancer. We deported a 10-year-old
You're talking
kid
about because the
with brain
father.
cancer.
If you're talking about
They
because the
deported
father
a
was
10-year-old kid
wait,
with
wait.
brain cancer.
But you're
They
talking
kept
about because the
4-year-old
father
kid.
was illegal and they didn't want to break up the family.
Was
correct?
the kid an American citizen or not?
By the law of the United States, if the kid was born here by birthright citizenship, then he was. But are you
Why are
saying
you
that we should,
deporting an American citizen?
because they were deporting the father?
Why
so
are you
they made
deporting?
the choice.
reality is that the
No.
kid is an American
No, no, no,
citizen.
no, no.
Why are you deporting an American citizen
Because-
unless
because
you are
do you
ignoring
wanna
the material
separate- you want
reality?
to separate the father from the child?
No, but if they're receiving medical treatment, life-saving medication in a first world country, granted one of the worst healthcare
in this
situations in
specific
a
case, I
first
just
world
wanna make
country.
sure
I had to do my little
we're
bit.
talking about the same case. So in
Yeah.
this specific case, you grant that the father was illegal, right?
We're
And the
talking about
kid-
multiple cases.
All right,
There's
but
a 4-year-old kid with lung
But
cancer,
in
a
that,
10-year-old
in that
kid
case,
with brain
the father
cancer.
was illegal, correct?
From my understanding, one of the parents was not documented.
Right. So they didn't. So they didn't want to break up the family. I don't think you would want to do that. And I
Okay,
wouldn't
if
want
they
to do
were
that. So
acting in the
they
best
had to-
interest of the child, why were
Okay.
they withholding medication
Okay,
while
we
they're
gotta-
in detention?
We got to
Again,
pause here.
Again, the father was illegal. They didn't want to break up the family.
You ate on that one. You ate on
I,
that one.
he didn't. The problem was like they deported the father. It's like, okay, dude, they deported an American citizen. Like you just had like the problem is like most people who are conservative that are watching this don't know that happened, and so 3 things happened in a row, which I got him, and I had to like kind of meander my way to it because I was trying to set a trap and it worked, but like the meandering is awkward, and it was one. Talk about how we're deporting legal residents, right? People who are here legally, and he has to say they're doing things right. And once he said that, I was free to hit that point. And then he's going to flip out. And then once he flips out, from that point, then I can go, well, I'm going to take a next step further. And I'm just going to go And I actually got some flack for this. People were like, you should have stayed on the 500,000 point more. I'm like, no. Because the problem is big number is helpful to people, but like people can't viscerally feel it the way that they can feel a kid with cancer. And when there's multiple kids with cancer, and I can be specific about the ages, I can show them talking about specific cases. And, you know, that's like what the exact name. It's like some of these names haven't been disclosed, but these conditions have been disclosed by the ACLU. It's like, you know, like I had a backup in case I couldn't think of the names on the top of my head. Some of the names haven't been released. You can give those specific cases. And when you have that knowledge there, you have that base there, after you have already set it up with, well, we should question their deportation decisions. People aren't going to go to, they're lying about citizenship now. They're going to go to, wait a second. We tried to revoke the legal status of people, and Dave Rubin didn't know what he was talking about, but he kind of accepted the premise. And now he's moved forward, and now we're talking about deporting American citizens, deporting kids who are suffering from a potentially curable disease, cancer, and we're kicking them out, right? And then so he tries with the one point he can take, which is, of course, that the father, like, you know, we're just deporting the father and we're saying them with them because we're not trying to separate them. Of course, the thing I could have said was, oh, you know, like, shouldn't they try to keep them both here? But the average Republican, the average conservative, especially Dave Rubin, right, doesn't really have sympathy for anyone that they've labeled undocumented or illegal. It creates a non-person category. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to just put the focus back on the father. What's more important and the correct thing to do is to point out that they are not acting in the best interest of the child, and that's a ridiculous complaint, because I shouldn't cede ground on the notion that they care about the kid, because they don't, and they don't care about the father either.
They don't give a shit about the kid. Exactly.
Yeah. And so I'm like, well, and then so of course they drop the points like, okay, if they were acting in the best interest of the child, why were they withholding medication from the child in detention? And he just sputters, and then he's like, but we got to send the father back. And it's like, dude, it's over. Like you lost. And I could have hit it harder if I wanted to, but I already knew it was about to be voted out. It's like I had timed it, and like this, I didn't like walk into it like this. I was wondering if it was going to be Dave Rubin or like a few other people. I had a couple ideas about who it might be based on the questions. Like he was on the list for sure. But like I didn't come in with like a plan of attack. Like I was sitting there about like, do I want to go like I wanted to talk about immigration, which most people were afraid to do because it's like it's a really tough issue to win on with conservatives. But I knew I wanted to talk about it. I was like, I'm either going to go they executed Renee Nicole Good or Alex Preddy, or I'm going to go this other way and I'm going to attack them on birthright citizenship. And right before I got in there, I was listening to a debate that I think was Piers Morgan, and I think Dave Rubin was on it. And he mentioned birthright citizenship and said he was against it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to see where exactly I can attack him on this, probe around a bit during the talk, and then strike. And was it as beautiful as Parker or Mason's takedowns? No. But I got exactly what I needed out of it. And suffice to say, it's done pretty well on the gram, which has been nice.
That was you did, yeah, you did. I don't think that people understand that when they're getting into a conversation with you specifically, you've like already gamed out the angles, and you're like, I'm gonna. You're like a Trojan. You're the Trojan horse, dude. You're like, yeah, I'm friendly, and then you like jujitsu'd him. It was so good. He was probably like, finally somebody nice, and then you flipped him like Putin flipped him with his with his money. Here,
we got to pause here. You've been voted out.
Okay. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
I think you cooked.
Listen,
on that. I'm
This kid's great. This kid, he's I think he's with Unfuck America Tour. That's what they're called. Don't get mad at me for the cursing. They're called the Unfuck America Tour. And like he's more like a liberal or progressive type, but this guy like walked in with like emanating anger towards Dave Rubin, and he walked out with a dead body left on the floor. Like that's what happened every time Dave went up.
I'm gonna play this. I have to call.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back. You need to do the narration. Hang on a second.
I can narrate if there's something interesting, but I kind of just want to watch this destruction happen again.
Okay, this is Dave Rubin. Nobody deserves it more than Dave Rubin. All right, I'll be right back.
If I'm going to be honest, I'm a little tired, but I'm not the president, so I'm not going to fall asleep, okay? Give me a second, let's do it. So I want to defend the Democratic Party because.
Did you think that was funny?
I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But let's slow down. First of all, I'm pretty sure you talked a lot of shit about Joe Biden, who's demented, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to defend the Democratic Party.
Yeah. Do you
It is
not think Joe Biden had cognitive problems?
I'm joking. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Okay.
Yeah.
The Democratic Party is.
Are you in improv or something? I'm just curious.
Can we lock in or
I'm just trying to
lock
figure
in,
it out.
King?
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
listen.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm trying to
So
read.
the Democratic Party,
it.
the left
Yeah.
is clearly receptive to the needs of the American people because it's shown in the elections. It's shown in the candidates that they're giving out. If you need Zoran Mamdani in New York, you'll get it. If you need Abigail Spanberger in Virginia, you'll get it. If you need James Talarico in Texas, Ossoff in Georgia, you're going to get it. But you know what party hasn't changed their mind? What party is so crazy that they will go back on their number one campaign promise and say affordability is a hoax? It's MAGA. And it's evident that, hold on, a lot of people say Trump is stupid. And I think he's a little dumb, but I think he's also malicious. Reality is what Donald Trump makes it. And a perfect example is his response to a tragedy. When Charlie Kirk was murdered, hours before there was even a suspect in custody, Donald Trump blamed half of the electorate. Nancy Mace said the Democrats own this. Van Orden said that it was the fake news media for peddling these radical points. You know what AOC said? This is a time that we need unity. This is a time we need to come together. We need to deal with political violence.
Yeah.
The Republican Party, MAGA, uses death as a cudgel to justify the unjustifiable. And that is denying reality. That's making reality whatever you want it to be. And people like you are corrupted enough to spew it all over social media.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll respond. Out of all the people, I have to say you're the worst, like by far.
Yeah, because you're having a lot of trouble
No,
responding to
no,
things I say. Yeah.
You honestly believe
This
that
guy
there is a moral
was
equivalence
so
to the tone and tenor of what
upset
goes
with
on the
how
right versus
harshly
what
he
goes
was
on the left.
treated
Did Hassan?
that off camera, when he picked who it was, he said, I'm going to pick between the two people who I thought were nicest to me, instead of like the interesting debate or thought they'd have a good thing to talk about. And of course, one of the two people he picks is someone who he thought would be a mark, an easy way for him to grift off of culture war talking points, which is why everything he was talking about was culture war talking points. And he ends up picking the non-binary drag queen, who of course then pulverizes him into dust repeatedly again, because he was bad at this. What's funny is I do want to note that I debated Patrick Bet-David the first time I did this, and I did a better job, even if maybe had a stronger argument, just because like universal healthcare policy is like kind of like one of my things, to the point where like I got brought on by like SocDems to like debate about it because like they were more like a Swedish model and I was they were Swiss model, and I'm more of like a Taiwanese model, and like, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But the point being on that front is that PBD was actually harder to debate because PBD was just genuinely as dumb as rocks. And people were calling Dave Rubin stupid. But I think the more important thing about Dave Rubin is Dave Rubin wants to be right, but he's A, lazy, and B, paid money to have bad opinions. So although he agrees generally with the notion that you win an argument by having a better argument, he is categorically incapable of providing a better argument in most cases because he's a paid stooge and because he's lazy. And that's why he had a terrible time. And it's why we all had a great time. I mean, I'd rather debate someone smarter, right? Like, I'd rather debate someone who, like, could really hold their own. But I was just happy it was a step up from Patrick Bet-David.
Well, it's like poker, right? Like, if you're playing somebody good at poker, then you can play good and be rewarded for it. But if you're playing an idiot, you're just going to end up punching a hole against the wall because they never fold their hand when they're supposed to. They're always, like, emotionally playing there. It's horrible.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying Patrick Bet-David was even worse from that front, in my opinion. Like I'd rather Patrick Bet-David's like genuinely like stupid. Like I think Patrick Bet-David is dumber than the average person by like a not insignificant margin when it comes to like any sort of critical thinking skills. Dave Rubin is probably smarter than the average person. He's just paid to be idiotic, and I think that there's a difference there. So like,
who do you think hates themselves more?
Of the two of them?
Yeah.
I think definitionally Dave Rubin, because Dave Rubin's a gay Republican. He's friends with Michael Knowles.
Wait, Dave Rubin is a gay Republican. I forgot about that.
That's kind of where that's why the whole some trucks dick thing was so dicey for Mason to say. Now, granted, Mason's also queer, so like I feel like Mason could get away with that. But like this dropped like the day before Pride Month, which was crazy. one of the comments, and I'm not endorsing this, but one of the top comments on it was either the Majority Report or the Jubilee thing itself. One or the other was, it was like, to celebrate Pride Month, they had 20 progressives run a train on Dave Rubin. And it's like, I saw that comment and I was like, oh God. So that's, yeah.
That's a pretty, yeah, he must hate himself, because there's like,
I mean, you have to hate yourself I would say you have to hate yourself to like put yourself to this, but honestly, like, I don't know what the thought process was here, because like, maybe he said he wanted good debaters or the viral ones, because Jubilee like airdropped in like their all-stars.
yeah, I know. They had the best people debating that guy.
Like, it was basically
Very clear
everyone.
to me-
you
it
ever
was
heard of
very
except for
clear to
Jimmy.
me that they cared immensely about making sure that he looked like an asshole, because he is an asshole, dude. He takes money from Russian propagandists.
Yeah.
Like, so shifting gears here just for a second. What's the state of the race in California?
Well, we still don't have basically anything clear yet, just because like race hasn't like, you know, polls haven't closed. A lot of my friends are still like in line to vote. If you're in line, stay in line. If you're in line to vote. Like, none of the votes are in yet for any of the races across the country, from my understanding. I'm double checking. Maybe South
Who do you-
Dakota. I don't know.
Who do you think excuse me. Who do you think who are you putting your money on right now?
For which race?
Hang on a second. For governor.
For governor, oh, that one's hard, because like there's 3 possible scenarios, right? We walk out probably not going to know tonight. We're going to walk out over the next week, because California takes forever to count their ballots, and we're eventually going to sit down, and it's either going to be Becerra versus Hilton, which is probably statistically the most likely, Steyer versus Hilton, or Steyer versus Becerra.
Okay.
And I'm rooting for Steyer versus Becerra personally.
Me too.
Like I want to see that happen. Now, of course, you know, if my agenda is for the most progressive policies, just as some people have an agenda for the most conservative policies, right? For like most conservative Dem policies, then they would be rooting for Steve Hilton to advance and their preferred Democratic candidate to advance, right? That's their best chance of getting the policies they want. However, I don't just want I'm not in this to limit the Californian electorate's choices, and I'm genuinely curious what will happen if Steyer and Becerra are the 2 candidates. I want to see that. That's an interesting race. We can debate ideas. Maybe we can push Becerra to the left. Maybe we can get Tom Steyer to fully walk back the few dumb things that he's done and just create a, better environment for a more progressive candidate, regardless of who wins there. So I don't really know who I'd put my money on. I'm not a betting man. I voted for Steyer personally. Becerra, Steyer, and Porter were the only 3 Dems with even a shot coming into this month. And Porter had the.
Is it ranked choice or is it a jungle primary?
No, it's a jungle primary, which is the worst of all possible worlds. It's terrible,
Oh my God, dude. So that means that how does it work? That means that the person in the California race,
the top 2. So it could be Steyer and it could be Becerra. That could be really cool. But back when Swalwell was in and a couple of the random folks were in, we were all really concerned that a Dem could be boxed out by 2 Republicans. That was a real fear because there was 20 Dems, and it's
oh no, that would have been really bad.
Yeah, I kind of joked that would have been the constitutional amendment fixing the problem would have been written the next day. And they would have, they would have changed the law to it would have been a sore loser amendment, and we would have been roasted for it in California, and the media cycle would have been terrible. But we would have solved the problem. But that was a real fear for a while. Then once Swalwell got outed for being, a rapist, at least, allegedly, in the loosest possible word for allegedly, it became a lot less possible for that to happen, especially after Trump endorsed Steve Hilton, which right now I'm wishing didn't happen, because if Trump had endorsed Steve Hilton, then we'd probably be in a scenario where two Dems advancing would be the most likely solution. But because Trump endorsed Hilton, a lot of potential Bianco supporters went to Hilton, but not enough to ruin the chance of two Dems advancing. So there's sort of a weird tango there. There's other races where like it's more obvious what's going to happen. Like if you ask me to put money, I would put so much money on Karen Bass advancing to the general election in the LA mayor race. Like there's no question that's going to happen. Now, will she win the general? Hard to say. I think Nithya Rahman beats her straight up. I don't know if Spencer Pratt beats her straight up. I hope he doesn't. But I think Nithya Rahman would destroy him straight up, destroy either of them in a one-on-one election, which is another good use case for ranked choice voting. I also think Ray would probably do a good job against both of them. I don't know for sure. Problem is Ray's polling at like what, 6-8% right now? So like just getting her to, I don't see a path to her getting out of the primary, unfortunately. So I think it's really a 3-horse race between Rahman, Karen Bass, and Spencer Pratt. If you're voting for Spencer Pratt, you're a moron. If you're voting for Karen Bass, you don't know what you're doing. You have no idea. If you are voting for Karen Bass and you're aware of what's been going on in Los Angeles, then you're a bad person. I don't think that they do know, or if they do know, they don't realize that there's another option. So it's just uninformed, ignorant voters or voters who aren't aware that there's better options. So like, you know, it really could be dumb versus dumber in the general if Spencer Pratt advances, unfortunately. But here's the hoping literally anyone else but Spencer Pratt is the second slot.
Dude, I hope Spencer Pratt is gone after this election, dude. He's so annoying. It's like, oh my God.
Hold on. Let me check this because like I'm pretty sure I don't see any news about this, which is insane. But Spencer Pratt's going like full Elon Musk here. Amongst other things, he was found cyberbullying an actual hero of the Palisades fire, which Francesca Fiorentini covered. And he also like straight up allegedly planted fake homeless people for an ad. He's also been using AI and like everything. But the real thing that throws me off is his family is against his run. At least his sister is. Because the brother of the Palisades fire activist that got basically bullied into suicide by Pratt was telling people not to vote for Pratt, obviously. And there's another thing here too, and I'm just trying to find. As has been pointed out, he's promoted Alex Jones, right? Which proud of our boy Ben Collins for officially sealing the deal on turning making InfoWars great again.
Is it official now?
It's Tim Heidegger now, I think.
Oh, thank God.
I believe InfoWars is inactive. Yep, it's inactive, and the website went offline that night. And currently, it's offline right now.
Wait, I got a call from our buddy. You keep talking about the race. It's our buddy that you met in LA.
Oh,
he's
I'm getting a lot of calls today, man. Very popular. Let me. Then again, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, so who knows what's going on. Should talk about this though. Spencer Pratt promoted Alex Jones, promoted the conspiracy theories, especially including 9/11 being an inside job, and that Sandy Hook was staged. Spencer Pratt was arrested on gun charges in Costa Rica and is not allowed to return to Costa Rica, which is good for Costa Rica. I've been there. It's a great place, Pura Vida. And, of course, his sister has publicly alleged that he physically assaulted her badly enough to require hospitalization and that he got her hooked on hard drugs. So he's been accused by his sister of domestic violence against her. Just to be incredibly straightforward. This man has been accused of familial violence, of abusing his sister. So, point being, this guy sucks ass. And he should not be LA mayor. You should not vote for him. He's a disaster. Like, the only upside of him being mayor, I guess, would be he'd definitely flame out before 4 years. Like, I think he'd be like in an institution after a year and a half with how insane he is. Trying to find some more info there. It's just like the whole thing. I mean, not to mention the whole, like, just while we're here, right? While we're discussing Spencer Pratt, should note he's a former reality TV star on things including The Hill, and he and his wife Heidi, I believe they're still married, were on The Hill, and on The Hill, it was portrayed that he was acting in a very abusive fashion towards her. Now, both Heidi and Spencer have claimed that they were playing it up for TV, that he's not actually abusive, he treats her really well in reality. Okay, assuming that's true, and assuming that the sister's allegations are false, which seems imprudent to make that assumption, then you have a guy who is going around acting like he's abusive on reality television, and that's who we want as mayor? Really? Really? That guy? So, I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm vamping here for some folks. We can cover a couple of the interesting races before Steve gets back. Race I really want to highlight is not in California, but it is in New Jersey District 8. My boy Musab Ali, who we have actually interviewed as part of the Democratic Consultant Program. I believe we released those videos on Instagram and anywhere else you can find Steve's beautiful mug. Let me double check the exact situation on the race right now. I'm trying to see if there's any current polling, but even if there isn't one, we are still looking at, in New Jersey District 8, effectively, or it is, a two-man race between Musab Ali and Rob J. Menendez Jr., son of Rob Menendez, who is most famous for taking a bribe from Egypt in the form of gold bars, and then being convicted of it. I believe Trump pardoned him. Let me double-check that. Bob Menendez, in this case, or Rob Sr., Bob Menendez, Trump pardon. So he did rule out pardoning Bob Menendez, never mind, but they discussed it. And as of right now, CNN, that's brutal. It says rich in gold bars with poor in Trump pardons. So on this Rob Menendez point, his dad, Bob Menendez, who served more than 30 years in the House and the Senate, resigned and then was convicted of accepting bribes. Actually, he resigned after being convicted of accepting bribes, including literal gold bars, also a Mercedes-Benz, understandable, and cash, in exchange for helping 3 businessmen in the Egyptian government. So he was acting as a foreign agent while U.S. Senator. And now his son, who, I'm sure this shocks no one, but the guy getting gold bars from Egypt is not exactly poor. But his son, Rob Menendez, who has represented New Jersey's 8th Congressional District since 2023, is still riding off of what little is left of his dad's good name to try and keep his seat against a much more charismatic, energetic, progressive, and moral candidate, Musab Ali. Now, to Menendez's credit, he did try to conduct oversight at Delaney Hall on May 9th, 2025 at the Immigration Detention Center. He released a statement that day saying ICE attempted to intimidate everyone involved, which was good of him to do. I will praise him for that. However, you know who else was there? You know who else was standing up for the rights of the people in the detention center? Musab Ali. They have that in common. You know what they don't have in common? Dark money. Let me just take a look at Musab Ali's, some of his stats right here. And let's take a look. Musab Ali has taken 0 Israel lobby money, recognizes genocide, supports an arms embargo, and opposes any form of censorship. Rob Menendez, of course, has taken, according to Traffic APAC, $516,000 from pro-Israel PACs. However, I am going to see what they mean by this because Rob Menendez, just because Track AIPAC says they've taken AIPAC money doesn't necessarily mean they've taken literal AIPAC money. Let me check. After a huge influx of spending, reshaped the primary and underdog challenger in a neighboring district. Okay. Right now, looking at how AIPAC definitely affected district, I believe this was Analia Mia's district, District 11, which AIPAC spent a bunch of money in there. Let me see another example of... Menendez has recently tried to separate himself from AIPAC lightly, which, of course, of the $1.3 million Menendez raised in the first 6 months of 2024, a little over $200,000 was earmarked through, wouldn't you know, AIPAC PAC, which allows donors to give to the candidates through their own donor portal. AIPAC congratulated Menendez after his victory, saying that being pro-Israel is good policy and good politics. So
what's up, regular? Oh, sorry, Hunter. I didn't mean to cut you off. Hunter, I recognize you from No Kings chat. Rad, cool to see you here too. Yeah, Hunter's my guy. What's up?
I was currently, after going on an extended diatribe about Spencer Pratt being evil, I had covered a little bit about Rob Menendez, who I've discovered has. I thought he had tried to distance himself from AIPAC after taking $200,000 in 2024, but he took at least $140,000 in 2025.
Who?
Rob Menendez, Mossad Ali's opponent, our first ever interview with the Democratic consultant and his son, Trey, great grand nephew. I don't know, whatever the frick.
I just talked to our mutual friend that you met in LA, and he's going to be at Netroots.
Hell yeah. We're planning on streaming from there, right? Should I try to pack my little setup?
We could, yeah. That would be sick. I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, your setup's probably nicer than mine if you can take anything up, but either way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could probably bring some shit. Hang on a second. You just texted that to me. He was gonna go to GovBall, but
what's GovBall?
It's like this thing in New York. It's like a music festival, but then he told me he wanted to go to he wanted to come hang out. So that's what he's doing. He's hanging out.
Great. One of my friends is actually meeting with some people from Europe who are actually coming down to Netroots. I'm not sure I can disclose much more than that for everyone's safety, but I was like, it's cool to see the connections being made. It's about some sort of like progressive policy, anti-ICE stuff, the classics. I'm sure he's not the only one, but a couple people have been. What are we doing? Hold on.
Oh my gosh, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Hunter, I gotta go to bed.
I also need to finish working on my guide for tonight's stream for 5051's election analysis. So believe me, I'm
Oh wow, that'll be fun. All right, I'll watch that. That'll be fun. Okay, cool.
There are 53 congressional races in California, dude. There are 53.
Shit, dude.
And I ranked every single one of them where there was multiple candidates who like existed. It wasn't even just like, as long as they had more than one Dem in there, I ranked it. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Didn't rank 31. 38, 39. Didn't rank 39. I think of the 52 congressional races in California, I ranked 50 of them. I analyzed 50 of them. And for what? Nothing. Besides Twitch stream guides. Hopefully, we can do some cool stuff with that in the future, though, with the little New Deal Dem scorecard. It'll be fun to see if we can make something happen.
Dude, yeah. Well, we have to make that happen on sidebar on that. That's good. Positive. We have positive developments in that field. I
hope we do.
All right. So if you didn't hear Hunter, he said he's going to be going live with 5051 later tonight. I'm going to go and edit some of the amazing prank phone calls we made to various members of Congress. You all have been wonderful. Thank you for joining us. If you're still watching on Instagram, please join us on Twitch or YouTube or Substack. I love everybody here, and we will see you tomorrow when we have the results of some primaries. Hunter?
Catching you guys real quick to say we'll be there 10:30 tonight for 5051 stream. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. It's because ballot closes at 8 California time. Breaking news, New York Democrats introduced redistricting measure that could add 4 House seats. I don't know if you covered that, but that's a big deal.
Ooh, that is, I did not cover that. I
just saw it.
Damn. Okay, cool. All right. Well, there you go.
Love to see that.
Vocal ain't all bad.
And speaking of fun guest appearances, I may, and it's only got some details confirmed, but me and a friend of mine have been asked about the Jubilee thing to go on a, well, maybe let's just say a well-known talk show where they talk about debates and stuff tomorrow at about, noon Eastern. It rhymes with Mears Porgan, to put it lightly. I'm not sure I can say much more than that.
Ooh,
but it's sounding like it's going to get confirmed. So for the 5 people watching this, or however people are watching this right now, I cannot see in the chat. Catch me and a buddy tomorrow on a well-known British talk show host who is a big fan of debates and a big fan of Dave Rubin. So it will be interesting to talk about that.
Dave Rubin. All right. Keep us updated.
Yeah.
Love you
I will
all.
say, I don't think Dave's going to be there. So I think we're going to be talking about Dave, which could be a fun little, I'm curious to see what's going to be said. I've never done it before. So I try to get on it to talk about Iran with 5051 because I was trying to actually do my job. I don't know why they reached out for this. I have no understanding why I was picked, why they reached out. Maybe Parker pissed him off or something. I don't know, but we'll see. So,
all right, take it easy, chat.
Bye, man.
Thank you, Chicago Bish.